Welcome to Story Planet, where we bring you relaxing tales to help you unwind. Tonight's story takes you aboard the ship Serenity, where a crew of sailors celebrates Christmas far from home. Join them as they share laughter, warmth, and the spirit of the holiday while navigating the tranquil waters of the ocean. So, settle in, get cozy, and let yourself drift into the heart of their festive journey, filled with friendship and the magic of Christmas. Now, let's begin. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden hue across the endless expanse of the ocean, the sailors aboard the ship Serenity busied themselves with preparations for a special night ahead. It was Christmas Eve, and although they were far from home, the spirit of the holiday filled the air with warmth and cheer. The salty breeze carried the scent of the sea, mingling with the faint aroma of pine from a small evergreen tree that stood proudly in the ship's cabin. The crew had decorated it with bits of colored paper and shells, a token of their shared journey across the waves. The ship had become their home, and the ocean their great boundless friend. As twilight descended, the sky transformed into a canvas of purples and pinks, reflecting the beauty of the world above. The sun cast its final rays, creating a shimmering path across the water that seemed to invite them into the horizon. The sailors gathered on deck, their faces illuminated by the flickering light of lanterns. They shared stories of Christmases past, their laughter mingling with the gentle sounds of the waves lapping against the hull. Each tale, filled with nostalgia, painted a picture of warm fires, snow-dusted trees, and the joyful embrace of family. Do you remember the time we had to dig our way through a snowdrift just to get to Grandma's house? One sailor chuckled, the memory warming him against the chill of the sea air. Laughter erupted among the crew, each man recalling his own fond memories of holiday gatherings, festive feasts, and the joy of giving and receiving gifts. The camaraderie among the crew was palpable as they exchanged tales of family traditions, of snowy nights spent around a crackling fire, and of the special meals they would enjoy back home. Each story added to the warmth of the evening, wrapping them in a comforting blanket of nostalgia. With spirits high, the sailors set to work, preparing a simple feast. They gathered fresh fish from the day's catch, grilling it over an open flame, while mixing it with vibrant vegetables from their stores. The tantalizing aroma of the meal drifted across the deck, beckoning all to come together in celebration. The table was adorned with makeshift decorations, and although the setting was humble, the sense of togetherness made it feel like a grand feast. As they cooked, the sailors shared recipes, passing down tips and tricks from their families. They recounted how their mothers had prepared holiday meals, adding a pinch of this and a dash of that, each family having their own unique touch. The warm scent of the meal filled the air, creating an atmosphere that felt more like home. Once the food was ready, the sailors gathered around the table, their faces lit with joy as they filled their plates, and they raised their mugs, toasting to friendship and the sea that brought them together. To the sea and to us, they cheered, clinking their cups together in celebration. The laughter and joy were infectious, creating a perfect atmosphere to mark the occasion. As the night deepened, they lit a small fire in a safe corner of the deck, its warm glow illuminating their faces. They took turns sharing their dreams and hopes for the future, each tale weaving a rich tapestry of camaraderie and connection. Each sailor reflected on the life they had chosen, the call of the sea that drew them away from the comforts of home and the adventures that lay ahead. When the clock chimed midnight, marking the arrival of Christmas Day, the sailors embraced one another, their laughter echoing across the water, a joyful sound that seemed to dance with the waves. Old Captain James, with his weathered hands and wise eyes, stood to share a few words. Tonight, we may be far from our loved ones, but we carry them in our hearts. This bond we share, forged by the sea, is a gift in itself. The crew nodded in agreement, feeling the weight of his words. They gathered closer around the fire, each man reflecting on his own family, the memories of Christmases gone by, and the love that connected them, no matter the distance. They shared their hopes for the new year, imagining the day when they would finally return to their families, their hearts swelling with the anticipation of reunions. As the night wore on, the sailors began to feel the pull of sleep. One by one, they made their way to their hammocks, their hearts peaceful and content. Captain James lingered a moment longer, looking out at the vast sea illuminated by the stars. He took a deep breath, inhaling the salty air, feeling grateful for the life he led and the crew he called family. As the gentle rocking of the ship lulled him into a deep, restful sleep, the ocean held them all in its embrace, a vast, peaceful expanse that cradled their dreams and hopes. The Serenity sailed on, cutting through the water like a whisper in the night, the sound of the waves a soothing lullaby. When dawn broke on Christmas Day, it painted the horizon with vibrant hues of orange and pink, signaling a new day filled with possibilities. The sailors awoke one by one, stretching and yawning as they greeted the day. The warmth of the sun streamed onto the deck, and they gathered for a simple breakfast of bread and fish, their laughter mingling with the sounds of the ocean. With each bite, they shared stories of what they hoped to achieve in the coming year. Their dreams took flight with every word spoken, visions of home and loved ones fueling their spirits. They discussed their plans for when they would return, the gifts they would bring, and the meals they would share. There was a renewed sense of purpose in their conversations, a shared commitment to make the most of the time they had left at sea. Later in the day, the crew took a moment to clean the ship, ensuring everything was in top condition. The sunlight glinted off the waves as they worked, creating a sense of harmony between man and nature. As they scrubbed the decks and checked the sails, they sang sea shanties that echoed across the water, their voices mingling with the sounds of the sea. The day passed slowly, filled with laughter and camaraderie. They took turns sharing memories and anecdotes, weaving tales of past adventures into their current experiences. Each story was a thread, adding to the rich tapestry of their shared journey. As evening approached, they decided to hold a small Christmas celebration on deck. They lit lanterns, creating a warm glow that flickered against the backdrop of the darkening sky. With their bellies full and hearts light, they sat together, sharing music and stories. One sailor pulled out a guitar, strumming soft melodies that carried over the gentle sound of the waves. They sang songs that reminded them of home, their voices rising and falling in harmony, wrapping them in a sense of belonging. As the stars began to twinkle overhead, they paused to appreciate the beauty of the night sky, a dazzling display that stretched endlessly above them. In that moment, they felt connected not just to each other, but to all those who were looking up at the same stars, no matter where they were in the world, to the sea and to us. Captain James raised his cup in a toast, and the crew joined in, their voices echoing into the night. As the night wore on, the sailors slowly drifted back to their hammocks, their hearts filled with the warmth of companionship and the spirit of the holiday. Captain James lingered a moment longer, gazing out at the calm waters, reflecting on the journey they had shared and the adventures yet to come. With the soft sound of the ocean as a lullaby, he closed his eyes, surrendering to the peace of the night. The Serenity sailed on, a vessel filled with love, laughter, and the enduring spirit of Christmas, forever navigating the tides of life, heartened by the bonds they had formed, even amidst the vastness of the sea. As the ship rocked gently, the sailors dreamed of home, of the faces they loved, and the moments yet to be cherished, knowing that no matter how far they roamed, they carried the spirit of Christmas in their hearts. And as the ship sailed on through the tranquil waters, they felt a deep sense of gratitude for each other, for the ocean, and for the life they lived. Christmas at sea had become a cherished memory, one that would carry them through the storms and calm alike, forever reminding them of the love and joy that filled their hearts, no matter the distance from home. Thank you for joining us on Story Planet. We hope you enjoyed your journey aboard the Serenity, celebrating the warmth of Christmas at sea. If this tale brought you peace and comfort, consider giving a thumbs up and sharing it with friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe for more relaxing stories that transport you to new worlds. Wishing you a peaceful night and sweet dreams until we meet again.